Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Daily Crypto News. Now, the question of today is, do you think the Bitcoin halving will have any effect on the crypto prices? Put that in the comment section down below, and I'm really eagerly waiting to see what you guys are thinking about it, because I have a couple of thoughts on it that I want to share in this video, but I also want to see what you guys are thinking. And also, if you are enjoying the daily crypto news, please support the channel by pressing the like button and subscribing. I really want to hit 50,000 subs by the end of the year, and with a little bit of your help, I really think it should be possible. And also, make sure you guys follow me on Twitter. I'm sharing more and more things on here by the day, things that I really think you guys will enjoy and find useful. So have a little look. If you don't like it, you skip it. If you do enjoy it, make sure you follow. All right, enough said about the miscellaneous stuff. Let's get into some real crypto news, because the halving is coming up, right? The Bitcoin halving. And you might be wondering, what really is a block halving event? And I just want to briefly read this little part for all the people that have no idea, because it is actually quite a big deal. As part of Bitcoin's coin issuance, miners are rewarded a certain amount of Bitcoins whenever a block is produced, which is approximately every 10 minutes. When Bitcoin first started, 50 Bitcoins per block were given as a reward to miners. After every 210,000 blocks are mined, approximately every 4 years, the block reward halves and will keep on halving until the block reward per block becomes approximately 0, which is like the year 2140. As of now, the block reward is 12.5 coins per block and will decrease to 6.25 per block post halving. And this halving is going to be dropping right around the 12th of May. This might deviate, but it will most likely only deviate by a couple of seconds and not too far away. But yes, that means we have approximately 14 days till this event occurs. And if you guys have been not sleeping, I guess, you've most likely heard a couple of thoughts on what's going to be happening in terms of price. And there's a 9 out of 10% or 9 out of 10 chance that you saw some guys claiming the price is going to do ridiculously good in anticipation of the halving. But I've expressed my own opinion, most likely at least 5 times on the channel already, and now I've also looked over on Reddit. I've tried to find more info, but here's a cool little Reddit post that I think will also maybe change your opinion on what's going to happen. Because somebody asked on the r/XRP, impact of Bitcoin halving. Hey guys, I have a question that might be dumb, and if it is, please treat me gently. So far, if Bitcoin goes up, almost every other crypto asset also goes up. And given the fact that every Bitcoin halving raised it by a bunch, so I was wondering, what's the foreseen impact, if any, on XRP when the halving occurs? Thank you. And I think this is a very big question. A lot of people must be having it. A lot of people are most likely wondering the same thing. And Lush here, or Luke, had a very good answer in my opinion. There is a lot of misinformation about Bitcoin and crypto going up at the halving. Folks, please don't be fooled on all the halving talk. Most likely we will not see massive pump at and around the halving. I think we are more likely to see a drop like the previous 2 halvings. The big runs have occurred 18 months after the halving, with steady growth after the halving drop. If you're planning on trading, I would wait this one out personally. If you're buying, then 18 to 20 cents is an excellent entry point. Might be sub 15 cents in a few weeks though. So my point in all of this is that it's actually pretty difficult to really say what's going to be happening during the halving, but there's a higher likelihood of the price going down than going up. And I explained this whole phenomenon in one of my more elaborate videos on prices, and in that one I explained that there's something that's called the anticipation effect, and I don't know if that's the exact effect name, but that's how I like to call it. And it's a phenomenon that Benjamin Graham and Warren Buffett also describe in some of their books, and is the way that if there's a major, in those books they claim, physical change that is anticipated, the price doesn't go up anymore right around the time it happens. It's basically the way that sometimes the price may go up a little bit in front of the physical change, which in this case is the halving, and which was also backed in a lot of those things. But most of the time, it really won't go up afterwards. And the reason for that is people all have the same info, at least most people have, and we're all kind of having the same expectation. We're all thinking, this great physical change, this great expected new event is going to rise the prices. Everybody's thinking that, and so we're all buying in just before the event happens. So at the point the event really happens, people are not like, buying anymore because everybody already thought the price would go up, and thus there's no real demand for it anymore. There's just people who are like, well, I have these coins now, and the price is not going up anymore, so I'm going to sell them, and that's basically what happens every single time. And now again, people are so eagerly waiting for the halving that I think the price will not react positively to it. However, markets are manipulated, crazy stuff can happen, and even something completely contrary to what is, I guess, popular belief might still occur. But that's my 2 cents on it. Please don't go buying in bulk right now because of the halving, because it might, hit you in the arm. Just wanted to prepare you guys for it. What might occur though is that the dominance from Bitcoin might be going down a little bit, as a lot of alts may also have a little bit of a spike. A lot of miners will move away from Bitcoin for a little bit, even though there's difficulty adjustments, and we might be seeing that flow into altcoins then. There's a possibility. Also, guys, don't forget to follow me on Twitter. I mentioned it already, but I guess I saw it again. I just thought, let me say it again. Shameless plug. Veteran analyst says Ripple could disrupt cross-border payments industry, but XRP exposure poses significant risk. Mike McGlone, Bloomberg's senior commodity strategist, thinks Ripple may successfully disrupt the cross-border payment space. The veteran analyst is concerned, however, that Ripple's exposure to XRP and the volatile crypto market could be a liability. In his recent Crypto Outlook report, he stated, Ripple Labs' 2019 partnership with MoneyGram suggests markets still see potential for disruption in cross-border payments. Yet Ripple's exposure to its own crypto threatens its enterprise's software venture. The project's investors, including MasterCard, Visa, Capital One, Citigroup, and Bank of America, are likely just hedging. Ripple owns more than half of the total supply of XRP, and the company's CEO Brent Gong has recently said that the company needs to sell some of its holdings on a routine basis in order to stay profitable. Overall, McGlone thinks cross-border blockchain projects have an uphill battle in replacing the current system to, quote, governance, scalability, standardization, and security concerns provide a healthy moat around the existing infrastructure such as SWIFT. McGlone also sees a future where central bank digital assets, CBDCs, could impact digital payments and compete with projects like Facebook's Libra. And last quote, if non-banks could access central bank money directly, it could create unintended consequences for the Fed and disintermediate commercial banks' role as credit creators and maturity transformations machines. Wow. So my personal stance on this whole situation is I don't think XRP holds them back at all. I actually think it's a very, very big step forward for them. So one of the things he's really kind of stating in this article right now is this whole XRP ordeal might be holding them back because there's such an uphill task of getting all the regulatory kind of approvals. And with XRP, this might be an even bigger task because of also the security claims and whatnot. I personally think a lot of these governments, a lot of these authorities, these higher up guys, they want to look innovative, right? They want to look firm yet flexible. It's definitely the way it goes. And what you get with working with Ripple, I personally think, is that you're getting a really stable and, quote unquote, firm company because, I mean, they're a billion-dollar company, a multi-billion-dollar company with some ridiculously strong people working for them. They got some major partnerships going on. They got ties to every big authority in the world already. Yet they're also flexible by utilizing a cryptocurrency, which is definitely something that is going to be needed as we roll out, I guess, the newer order of things. I mean, payments and everything, it's going to be digital eventually, right? So every government is already looking into, I guess, doing everything online, getting everything digital, and really cryptocurrency / blockchain technology is another step that is vital. It is necessary. The only question is, how long will it take to integrate? Well, I think with Ripple and with such a really, I guess, trustable fintech company, it's one of the easiest ways to roll into this newer realm of necessities, and thus it might be a very big plus on their timelines. It might not look like they like it. It might look as if they're like, "Oh, we don't want to use crypto," but that's basically just the kind of the scare of them using something so revolutionary, and they might be one of the first ones. And no bank or no authority wants that. They want to be last. They want to go at it once it's all tested and all working. But I think the combination with Ripple, who's really trusted and who has a really big name for themselves, they have been building, and they really are on a good path to revolutionize the space. I think that really helps add legitimacy. And once we get a couple of those big partners on and rolling with XRP, I think it's going to be a snowball effect, and it's already taking place piece by piece. So I don't personally believe it's going to be an issue, this XRP, but I do believe that they will be disrupting the cross-border payment space. I think they'll be breaking it all and doing a very, very good job after 4 decades of Swift dominance. I just saw this, and what's your guys' opinion? So Pierre Rochard said on Twitter, if you own 10 Bitcoin, you are literally a billionaire. Few understand this. David Schwartz, the CTO over at Ripple, replied and said, this tweet literally gave me, I don't know if I can say, I don't want to, curse in videos, and I don't know if this is considered cursing or just, I don't know, maybe like, yeah, it's kind of difficult, but you guys hopefully can read it literally. And I don't know what to think about this. At first it was like, hey, you got the memes, you got it's fun. And the longer I looked at it, was like, maybe that's not the most professional thing to do. I guess he doesn't care. Like Elon Musk, he would also be a sort of person to do this type of stuff. However, yeah, I still don't really know if that's the most professional thing he could have done. I like 99% of his tweets a lot. I find them all funny, helpful, and whatnot, but in this case, I'm not really complaining about the tweet itself because I couldn't give a shit. But I really think some people might be hurt by his stance upon this, and that might not be the nicest thing, So again, I want to see you guys' opinion in the comment section. Is this appropriate? Because freedom of speech, or is this a little bit too far? Saw some different reactions as well here. Like this one a little bit, but I want to see you guys' opinion. Ripple XRP bulls aim big after recent close above key resistance. Not useful, not useful, not useful. Don't read it. They're just giving you a small analysis, which is not going to be useful at all. You're not going to learn anything really significant. If you don't know basic basis analysis, then you're not going to do anything with this anyway. So just briefly, kind of get the key points, the keynotes out of this. Ripple is trading nicely in a bullish zone above 19.5 cents against the US dollar. XRP price is likely to accelerate higher above the 20 and 2020 resistances. Ripple price is showing signs of more upsides above 20 cents. A key support is forming near the 1920 pivot. There's a major bullish trendline forming with support near 1955 on the hourly, and the pair is likely to continue higher above 20 as long as it is trading above the 1920 pivot. So what did you gain from all of this? Because I read through it. What did I gain from all of this? Well, really nothing, because it's basically anything that anybody could see in a matter of 5 seconds. And it's not useful because it's so micro, I think, that, yeah, it's not going to help you out at all. So basically, if Bitcoin does a 3% move right now, XRP is just going to follow. It's not going to care about all these small pivot levels and whatnot. And you might be worrying yourself with it, but it's not the case. So don't worry about it, is my personal opinion. Then, something a little bit more controversial. Here's why XRP could see an insane 300% rally if it breaks this one key level. Now, I just gave you guys a warning on Twitter as well. Let me quickly see. Right here it is. Don't put too much faith in these types of articles. And then the article name is just some analysts claiming once it reclaims 33 cents, it will likely do it 2 to 3 times. Nothing factual, just another guess. Because basically, it's just another little guess that he's making here, right? There's no facts as to, nobody knows for sure if it's going to do 2 or 3 times afterwards. It's not a given. It's just another one of these analyses. And I'm just kind of fed up because this gives people some anticipation of, all right, if I buy now, it's going to do 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 times in a short amount of time, right? And especially when you see the title, you're like, oh, damn, what is it going to do? But anybody could just claim this, right? I could also claim, well, if we get above 20 cents, we might be moving towards 50. Because, that's a historically and psychologically big resistance, big barrier. Yeah, we're going to do times 2.5 or times 1.5 because, 50 cents is a very good point. And a lot of people will believe it because I can write a story around it, right? But it's basically just for the bait. And here as well, there's a little bit more of a story behind it, but it's not necessarily the way it's going to go, right? He just says, right, if we reclaim, we might be doing another move, but like all the reasons for it are the same as the reason against it. So, it could happen, but don't put your faith in it at all. It's not worth it. Grayscale is buying half of all newly mined Ethereum. Investments platform Grayscale has been buying up Ethereum at a record rate this year, and it now holds about 1% of the circulating supply. Cardano is on fire after successful launch of Daedalus 1.0. So yes, Daedalus 1.0, we covered it in one of the videos just now, and Cardano was plus 6% like an hour or so ago, and the rest of the cryptos were not doing that good. So maybe this is one of the instances where crypto news does matter, which is pretty interesting. Bitcoin confirms a higher high. And this, actually, the reason I talked about it is because this is not a confirmed author on this website. And I thought about it like, what should I fetch from this? Well, what I fetched from this is that I'm making a crypto news website, or actually a whole business/financial news website. And I still need a couple of people who are going to be writing articles with me and who are like, I guess, trying to get some more influence in the crypto space and maybe get some more influence in finance, or get some more followers on Twitter. I don't really know. And I'm just looking at people who really enjoy writing articles or who want to educate people, or, something along those lines. If you're up for it, if you want to write some crypto articles and you know English, make sure you send me a DM on Twitter. My DMs are open. You can just, how to do it, right? You guys know how to do it. And I'll check it out. We'll talk. We'll stay in touch because I'm building a website, and, I can make a couple of articles a day myself, but I'm going to need some other people to help out with all the stuff we need to cover. And there's a couple of themes attached, but I want you guys to just slide in the DMs if you're interested, and we'll talk further. Why Bitcoin analyst who predicted rally to 8K thinks reversal is underway. Well, a famous Bitcoin analyst in early April predicted the price would move towards 8K. A dozen of analysts predicted that. Dozens of analysts predicted that it would go to 4K. It didn't. Maybe this one is lucky. Who knows? The crypto surged to 7,810 in an early morning trade Monday, hitting a bull run towards the set target. The same analyst now thinks Bitcoin would undergo a trend reversal upon hitting 8,000. Light Crypto said, first, acceptance of this price level comes from new buyers absorbing profit taken and minor selling. After 1 month of consolidation, it seems that tension will be resolved shortly, with enough kindling built up for a strong leg. Feels like $8,000 is at hand. And then later on he said, we'll call this close enough. I'm now a seller given how obvious this level is and the marked loss in momentum on order flow from earlier today to the Asia AM session following the swing failure. That's pretty interesting, right? We're going to be seeing, and again, you guys should remind me, right? Now he was correct. You got to remind me if he is correct again. If we go to 10,000 right now, I got to block this guy. Because, he's telling us some stuff, but he wasn't correct. And sometimes if these guys are saying, I don't know, though, or something like, this is what I think to some way, I'm like, giving them the benefit of the doubt. When they say they know something for sure, in this case, it didn't even hit 8,000, it hit close to it, and he's saying, we'll call it close enough, I'm now going to be selling because blah, 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 blah. And they're completely wrong, then I shouldn't be trusting them next time as well. Why? Because no analyst can predict it 100% of the time, but still, if he is right once and he's like claiming he knew it all along, and then he's wrong afterwards and he's claiming like, he doesn't talk about it anymore, or he just skips over and he goes to the next prediction, I don't want to have part in any of that. So we'll keep a close eye on this one, and I'll get back to it later because I want to maybe have a little bit of a talk on that one. Staying above $20,000, Silk Road founder suggests Bitcoin isn't finished yet. The Silk Road founder has gotten some crazy, ridiculous price predictions for Bitcoin. saying it's going to go to $333 million per coin relatively shortly here. It's pretty crazy. Hive cryptocurrency price explodes 800% in just 4 days. Hive has just spiked dramatically, eclipsing the original Steam cryptocurrency from which it forked. Just briefly mentioning that, I don't really care too much, but still. Then guys, make sure you also follow my second channel called Dusty Finance. I'm actually doing a big $500 giveaway if we hit 1,000 followers on here. And there's no advertisements on any of these videos, so make sure you just give it a little look. These 5 are all just really helpful videos. These 5 are, financial news videos. And I want to see from you guys as well, should I be doing more of these, helpful videos that you can really learn from and maybe help out your financial literacy, or really more just update you guys every week or so with some really important financial news. And again, no advertisements on any of the videos on this channel, so make sure you give them all a look. It's good stuff. Ripple participates in sending 55.8 million XRP as XRP heads for 28 cents. As per recent data, Ripple and a major South Korean exchange have moved almost 56 million XRP. Meanwhile, the XRP price is likely heading for 28 cents. Why is it 28 cents? Well, nothing in particular. Some person is thinking that. So yeah, we are sending a lot of XRP though, but I still don't think it's a big deal. I mean, XP is being sent all the time, so it's not really worrisome at all. It's just another analyst. You pause it if you want to read it. Personally, don't care about it too much. But yeah, you can just briefly pause it and check through it if you are interested. And last but not least, a pretty big thing: American chains use digital yuan. McDonald's, Starbucks, and Subway will use China's digital currency. The American chains were named along with an assortment of small businesses as places that will test China's digital yuan as it accelerates the rollout. Pretty crazy to me that they will be doing that. They were named by the People's Bank of China, so it is legit, but really to me quite insane that they're going to be doing such a thing. But that means also that this is moving out a lot quicker than we expected. China's really ramping up the pace, and I'm really eagerly waiting to see what that's going to be doing for the rest of the crypto. But guys, thank you all for watching this video. Hopefully you all enjoyed and learned something new. If you did, make sure you press the like button and subscribe, because I'm really trying to improve all the time, and I want to see a couple of you guys coming back and give me some feedback every time. And make sure you keep yourself updated with daily crypto news, because it is important, I personally think. And I'll see you guys again in another crypto video. Take care, everybody, and have a very nice day. Enjoy your week.